Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed Poppy's intro today. She basically, when I was setting up the camera, she was like just standing in the right place, so I thought I had to have that. Anyway, I hope you're all having a lovely day. I'm here to show you my fabric haul and pattern haul for November. So I'm really excited to start another pattern. I haven't reviewed a pattern for ages, so yeah, it was really nice having a look at all the different patterns out there and thinking about what I wanted to do. And I realised there's so many amazing patterns out there, I really need to make a list. Yeah, so I'm excited to share that with you, and I've got 4 fabrics as well to share with you. So I shall just get started. So the first one is this. I think it's Georgette rather than chiffon. If any of you are ever wondering what the difference between chiffon and Georgette is, chiffon is a lot lighter. It's always usually transparent, whereas Georgette's a little bit more opaque and it's usually got a little bit more body to it. I think this is almost in between, but anyway. So is that, it's very directional. No, it's not directional yet. It's got them going upside down as well. So here it is. It's really beautiful flowers, and they're just, I just love the way they're illustrated, and I love the colours. And it is, yeah, it's kind of like, they're like coral, pale blue and minty green. Yeah, really, really pretty. And if you follow us on, so if you follow Sew Over It on Instagram, you'll see that I wore a pussy bow blouse dress last week. It was last week, yeah. And I haven't worn that for ages, and it reminded me how much I like it. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to make another one because it is a great dress. And it's also, that dress particularly is a little bit short and it's a bit more kind of springy. But I thought the colours of this are obviously better for this time of year. And as long as you wear a thermal vest underneath, tucked into your tights, and then a slip, it's fine. You're warm enough, and I'll usually wear it with a cardi. That is my secret to wearing dresses that don't look like they should be worn or they're warm enough. Thermal vests from Marks and Spencer's. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with this one. But yeah, it would be great just as a pussy bow blouse. And this is a fabric that we've got in stock, and I have bought quite a lot of it in case any of you guys are interested. But yeah, you might want to see how it turns out, and whether you think that's something you would like. I'd also think it'd be really pretty as a shift dress, again with a kind of, if you made a shift dress with the dress part, so not the sleeves, the dress part of it lined, and then you had the sheer sleeves. I think that could look really pretty as well. Yeah, love this one. I think this is my favourite fabric. Really, really pretty print. Okay, so can you guys see? Can you see Poppy here? No, she's out of shot. She's basically just here. I'll bring her back into shot at the end. Chilling. Okay, so next I've got a Roma Ponte, which is we just got in, and it's a spot, but it's a navy spot, and I've been looking for a Roma Ponte spot like this for a while. So I was very pleased to find that one of my suppliers was doing it, and I'm going to make a molly dress out of it, because all my molly dresses are either plain or they're stripy, and I just thought it'd be really nice to have a cute one in a spot. But this would also be great for the heather, or even the cowl neck dress as well. A bit less clingy than the fabric I used last time. But yeah, really, really like this. It's like, it's not too heavy, so it will be, it's going to be warm enough for this time of year, but it's not super, super heavy. There is some nice drape to it as well, so it could be suitable for other projects. It might be suitable for the Wren dress, or the Minetta from Colette. So yeah, it's a really, really nice weight Roma Ponte. So yeah, that is my second fabric. A navy spot. Not very inspiring, but it's one of those fabrics you know you're just going to wear a lot. So yeah, really, really pleased with that. Okay, next, this fabric you guys have already seen, which is one that I showed you when I was showing you around Clapham. And it's one of our new Melton Wools, and I think I said when I was just going around there, I was like, I'm going to try and make a Lola out of this. I haven't cut it off the roll yet. Here it is. I shall just, let me see if I can unroll it without knocking my tea over. So Melton Wool is, I think, is a really lovely wool. It's kind of got drape to it, but it's also almost like a felt in that it's It's quite flat, it's not too fluffy, it's got structure as well. And this colour is just so, I think we call it berry. It's actually looking more red on the screen there, but it's there's pink to it in it as well, and it's kind of the colour that I usually do my nails at this time of year, although not at the moment. This, by the way, guys, just going off on a tangent here, I have like dark purple under here, but we did a shoot yesterday or the day before for things that will be coming out in springtime, and I was like, I can't have dark nails, but there was shellac and I didn't have time to take it off, so I just painted on top of them. But you've got like a kind of weird dark edge around them. So from afar they look okay, but up close they look awful. And yeah, I'm just really keen to see what the Lola coat is like in this kind of wool. So I don't think it would work in a really thick wool, like something that was suitable for a coat, like a boiled wool, something like a kind of big winter coat. Obviously the Lola is a coat. But this has got drape to it, so, and it's not too thick, so I'm hoping that it'll be really warm, because at the moment I'm not wearing my Lola coats because I find that they're kind of too bulky to wear underneath another coat, and they're just too thin to wear on their own. So yeah, I'm gonna try it out on this, and we have got it in other colours, so you guys might want to see how it looks, and then there are other colours in it if this isn't your colour. But I think this would be lovely as a jacket as well. So you could maybe a kind of a Francine jacket, cocoa jacket, anything like that. Anything like that would be good. So yeah, the main thing is I think the composition of this is 40% wool, 60% acrylic, something like that. But obviously when there's wool you've got to be careful with washing it. So I'm not going to pre-wash this. I think I'm just going to really steam it well, and then I'll probably dry clean it. But because it's a coat, it's not going to be needed to be dry cleaned that often. So yeah, there we go. Fabric number 3. Okay, let's roll that back over there. And next up is the fabric and the pattern that I've decided to make. Guys, if you can hear some coughing in the background, it's just Rosie dying. It's like trying to cough really quietly, but just have a big cough, Rosie, it's fine. So I'm filming in Islington, as you can see today. This isn't my home, and the girls are already here, so it's everyone's trying to be really quiet whilst I'm filming. So I'm going to make the Grainline Studio Morris blazer. Now, I have never made anything by the Grainline Studio, which I can't believe, because they have some great patterns. And when I was sort of doing some research to kind of think, what should I make? As you know, I feel like I've just got so many dresses, and I knew I was going to make a couple of our dresses. So what I don't have many of is jackets, and I loved making the cocoa jacket last month. And I just thought it'd be really nice to try out somebody else's. And this is a really simple pattern for a jacket. So I thought it'd be good to do and test it out. So any of you guys who haven't done a jacket before or a blazer, I could report back on whether I think it's easy, whether you'd be able to manage to do it, and what things you might find tricky. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I love like, you can't really, it doesn't really show it off so much obviously in the illustration, but the photos of it online look brilliant. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to making this. It doesn't look like it needs lining, so suggested fabrics: medium weight woven fabrics with a bit of stretch, or medium weight stable knits. Various stretch wool suitings, stretch cottons, Ponte knit and French terry are also suitable, though the drape on each may be slightly different. So they want a bit of stretch. I'm actually going to choose a wool that's got a little bit of stretch but not masses, so I think I need to be careful about the width of the sleeves, because I imagine that the sleeves require a little bit of give and room in them, because they are quite straight and narrow. So I might have to measure what the width of the sleeve is and go from there. And because of that, I don't know, because I'm going to make it out of a wool, I'll show you the fabric in a second, I think it's going to need a lining, but I might not use a lining that I normally would use. I might even use a jersey lining. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to use. And something that has a bit more give in it, because if if my fabric that I'm using in the outer has more stretch than the lining, and you'll know that lining just has no give whatsoever, so it's not like acetate lining, it's not great. So yeah, I need to think of something clever to line it with, because otherwise I feel like the woolly fabric's just going to stick to my clothes. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to make and report back, and I'm going to make it in a wool mix. Again, this is a fabric we've got online at the moment. It's just a really lovely silver grey. Of course, all of the fabrics, I'll be putting the links in the comments below for you all. But it's got a lovely drape to this. It's lighter than the other wool that I'm going to use for the Lola coat. And there's definitely more drape to it as well. It's softer, but it's not fluffy. It's still quite, I was thinking like flat. And it's got a twill weave to it, so it's got sort of all like a marl effect. It's really, really nice actually, and I love light grey at this time of year. I think it looks really nice with often the colours that I'm wearing and scarves and red lips. It's a good thing for this time of year, and it's not drab, because dark greys can kind of pull you down, but light grey I think is the opposite. It's like wearing white, but not. It's like a more practical white. So yeah, so those are my fabrics for November. So 4 things I'm making, which I think is realistic, and I'm going to try and get on with this blazer this week, because actually today, I'm filming this on Thursday, and today it's equal pay day. So as a company, what we're doing is we are stopping work at 3:34, which is leaves 18% of the day left, and the point being that the pay gap between women and men on average in the UK, I think it's in the UK, is 18%. So as a female, all female company, we thought we should make a stance on that. So we're not actually going home, because some people have to just stay to sign in the classes. So as a kind of matter of solidarity, we're all going to stay, but we're all going to have fun. We're going to watch a film and do some sewing or knitting or whatever. I think in Clapham they're ordering pizza in, and we're going to just have a nice time. So I thought I could start making this blazer, cut it out today, and hopefully get that sewn up over the weekend, so I can report back for next week. I haven't told you what I'm wearing, guys, which I forgot at the start, and it's a bit naughty that I'm wearing this, because this is a new sample for next year, and I'm not going to say when it's coming or in what form it's coming, but it's a Roma Ponte dress. I'll try and show you a little bit of it. It's got princess line seams and lovely box pleats, and it's quite tulipy, sort of inverted pleats, sorry, there. But yeah, we're in massive designing, or rather I'm in massive designing and new sample making mode at the moment, so trying to get everything sorted for next year. So there's lots of clothes that I probably shouldn't be wearing, but they're so nice to wear right now, I kind of want to. So but I will be trying not to wear them and tease you all with them far in advance. But yes, I'm really pleased with how this one's turned out, and it's really nice and comfy. So that is it for this week. I hope you all have great weeks, and I will see you next week for pattern review-ness. Let me just show you Poppy one last time. Come here, Poppy. Ooh, here we are. Sit down, sit. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, she's out of shot again. Come sit on my lap, Poppy. There we go. Poppy's actually really wet. This is not ideal, because it was wet in the park this morning, so she's got quite a wet belly that's now making me wet. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next week. Have lovely weeks. Bye.